How are you doing, Dan? Before we get to anything, let us hit the music.
He is not always crazy. Another morning is hazy. Flip it on and what do you know? It is time for another Tampa Motormouth show. Even when the Bucks fail, his script may go way off the rails. Hopefully entertaining, even if it is raining. And he has sports, news of all sorts. Got the Bolts and the Rays as well. You never know what is in store. And now it's time for Joel to yak some more.
Well, okay, let's get rid of that right then. Goodbye theme song. Good morning and happy Super Bowl hangover. And don't have a hangover myself, as yeah, that's just one of the things that I know that not everybody likes to consume mass quantities of alcohol. But hey, if you like to consume mass quantities of alcohol, more power to you. It's National Drink Up, Eat Up Day. The Super Bowl just gives more excuses to consume mass quantities, as they say. Since I ended up heading out to the old grocery store at about 2 o'clock yesterday, and yeah, believe it or not, that's not the procrastination hour. That is about 5 to 5:30. That's when the real. Oh, so that's the mic and the camera. I was wondering, well, what's that's that camera? That's the mic and the camera. That's the real procrastination time. And we're like, oh my god, the game, come on, yeah, 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 yeah. We gotta get the chicken wings. We gotta get the pizza. Gotta get the booze. Gotta get the chips. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because it's amazing, right? Because when you're at the grocery store and just you feel like you're in everybody's way, right? Trying to find a parking spot, number one objective. You're going, you sort of feel like you're driving around the parking lot. You're going with the "I Can't Turn You Loose" by the Blues Brothers. Oh, Beer One Imports, or Publix. It's like, hey, we're passing the entrance again. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look, that might be a spot. Nope, somebody's taking it. Dun, 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 dun. But finally, you finding one in the same zip code is always a good thing. And then enter the store and get what you want to get. You know, decent amount, not crazy, which turned out to be a good thing, right? With how things turned out, oh boy. But and back home in time for the game, and it was crazy. It was crazy because I can imagine what the concessions were like when I saw that parking at the Super Bowl was $400. Let me say that again. Parking, 400 freaking dollars. I don't even want to ask what a hamburger was, or what a taco was, or how much a beer was. Beer was probably what, $30. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. But then of course, the game. The game. Practice? We're not talking about the game. We're talking about practice now. But the game. So sorry, anytime. That always, if you're a true sports fan, when you have Allen Iverson in your brain permanently. Whenever you hear the game or practice, we're talking about practice. Yeah. One of the all time iconic flippin' rants. Thank you. Thank you, AI. Remember when AI meant Allen Iverson as opposed to artificial intelligence? Now it's artificial everything. So many commercials, right? So many advertising. More AI, another AI, more AI, and AI, I believe has its uses. It can help enhance things if used in a proper manner. Uh, don't ask GPT to have a caricature of you blowing the Skittles horn. It missed the point. It was literally me with a horn with the Skittles brand on it, blowing out actual Skittles. I'm like, well, I guess that's close, kind of close. And then it was fun because I was having the caricature do updates. Well, it was 9-0, being me asleep on the easy chair in Seahawks attire with the TV on 9-0. Then as it progressed to once again 19. Me asleep, still asleep on the easy chair. And then all of a sudden, I was shocked awake when the Patriots actually scored a touchdown. I was like, then it was like me awake. Then I just sort of kind of gave up on the whole thing since really it's Facebook wasn't getting much engagement. Yeah, because it's Facebook, and so yeah. But it was still kind of fun. It was fun just to keep trying to have something to because oh dear God, because 29-13, not too far off. Because my prediction 31-17, 29-13. So I missed the Patriots by about 4 points, and I missed the Seahawks by about what 2 points, 2 points. So not too shabby, not too shabby at all. Pretty close. No, Flying Ryan. Credit to Flyin. His prediction of 10 points for the Seahawks was closer than mine of Seahawks, the Patriots. 10 points for the Patriots was closer than mine of 17 to the Patriots because he was even more conservative with his pick that the Patriots really were not going to do well. And so yeah, but yeah, 29-13. So Super Bowl, it's over. It's done. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks are happy, unlike Seattle, just recently being depressed because of another sport, because of another playoffs, because of what happened. But now I think Seattle's probably definitely just a little bit happier. And Drake May's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. I think, unlike, and now the question is, can they get back? And if there's a franchise, if there's a team, I think it's the Patriots that can get back. Because once again, Josh Allen, yeah, and just his window and his window, and yeah, I have to feel for Stephon Diggs. All those time with the Bills, seeing the other team raising the trophy, and now with the Patriots, seeing the Seahawks raise the trophy. He's getting the money. He's definitely having some interesting times off the field if you've been keeping track of that. But yeah, it comes on the field. You gotta feel for the guy just a little bit, seeing the other team once again hoist up the trophy. I just sort of like, it's like, it sort of feels like it's Groundhog Day, right? Since we just had Bucks Honey Phil and the groundhog, and yes, there's going to be more winter if you go by the Phil model. And yeah, I even asked a GPT if Puxatawny Phil were we're an NFL coach, which team would hire him? And GPT decided that it would be the Cleveland Browns, and ultimately they would go 0-16 with Phil as coach. So I'm like, I can see that. But yeah, so Super Bowl's over. It's done with. Congratulations, Seahawks. Sam Donald busted some ghosts. He ain't afraid of no ghosts. But yeah, it's over. It's done with it. And unfortunately, I was right with my feeling that the game was gonna suck. I just had a feeling. Something told me, based on watching the two championships, the AFC and AFC. I'm like, this is gonna be a bad Super Bowl. I hate being right. I was like, this is gonna be a bad Super Bowl. Yeah. I didn't watch either halftime show because as far as I'm concerned, when you're talking about the Super Bowl, it's about the game. It's about the game, not about practice. It's about the flipping game. If commercials are good, great. If commercials are bad, okay. It's still about the game. They're extras. The halftime show is an extra, regardless of how polarizing it is or isn't politically. It's an extra. When you're talking about the Super Bowl, it's about Super Bowl 60. It's about who won. Did the Seahawks win? Did the Patriots win? Helps English. It's hard language. Did the Patriots win? Did the Seahawks win? How did the game flow? Lots of field goals. Pretty much until the fourth quarter. Oh my God. Yeah. So, defensive game, if you're expecting a lot of points, you didn't really get anything until the fourth quarter. Drake May in hurry up mode, trying to manufacture something out of his you know what. Didn't. And yeah, now I saw there was a graphic by Yahoo Sports that Bad Bunny traveled more yards during the halftime show than the than the Patriots had all game. Ouch, ouch! I had a feeling I was because the thought came to my mind, and I was like, oh, I'm like somebody will do it. Somebody did it. Somebody did it because I was trying to get the old GPT to generate it, and it was going like it was coughing up a hairball. It was like it was going. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that because like I said, AI is good in some respects, when sometimes it can be frustrating. Like I'm trying to write a song for my fictional character, and it's amazing how AI does some words perfectly when it's trying to convert it into music, but then other words it will constantly not pronounce correctly. And no matter how many times you generate a song, it's like, okay, it doesn't like that word or it doesn't like that name. So we have to figure out another way to refer to that person. So it's that person, but for some reason it doesn't like that name. You know, okay. It's like trying to do an AI comic. I have a feeling it was a question of copyright because this is during the mini ice age in Florida, in quotes. And I was trying to create a comic where yours truly was trying to tell Elsa to go back north, and it wouldn't generate the panel. And I'm like, why do I have a feeling this is a copyright thing? And they're like, we don't want to get in trouble with the mouse. So I'm sorry, Dave, but I'm afraid I can't do that. So yeah, but they're just some names, some words that you kind of have to find another word to have the AI do its thing. Because yeah, sometimes it works and it's great, and there are other times it's like, oh my God, revision time. To the revision cave, Robin again. Yeah, from the upteenth millionth time. But yeah, the Super Bowl. Let's see. I liked the Shatner. I thought that one was funny. The Squarespace one made me want to throw my computer monitor on the TV. That one I'm going, oh my good God, overreacting you. I'm like, okay, now granted, I felt like that at times with certain things, but oh my God, the overacting. See, like the polar bears, Meal Diamond was funny. I liked Meal Diamond. I was like, nice, like that one. That was good. Definitely thumbs up, especially with how many times you hear Sweet Caroline when it comes to sports. Yeah, even though I know, you're like, okay, it's like isn't that a Boston thing? I guess I know, but 21-13, time to put the NFL into hibernation for a while, and I thought I gotta like the polar bears, gotta like the polar bears. You always like the polar bears. It's something fun. It's not controversial. Nobody's trying to make an agenda because you have way too much agendas when you're going, oh, yeah, I see where this is going. But yeah, but it's over 29-13 because you always know when it's time for the NFL to go away for a while, and you have the Daytona 500 coming up. Ads and like, wow, are we already here? Boom! Just like that. All of a sudden, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, not so Super Bowl. Yay, go Seahawks. Congratulations. And sorry, Patriots. Yeah, I have a feeling they'll be back. I have a feeling. Unlike the Bungles, poor Bills, I think the Pats will be back. They're that kind of a franchise that they'll be back. Belichick will get into the Hall of Fame next year. And yeah, we can. And yeah, it's time to talk. Look at some Olympic hockey, see how the Lightning do on their various teams in the Olympics. No Brandon Point because I saw he's going to be dealing with an injury, so he's going to be resting up from the Olympic break. So that means hopefully he'll come back the end of February, healed and ready to go, ready to rock and roll. But yeah, it's basically Team Canada, Team Sweden. If you want to follow Bolt's players, because Coop is coaching Team Canada, and basically that's where they are on pretty much. And I don't think either Vasilevsky or Kucherov can compete, unfortunately, because of the geopolitics and world events and all that stuff without getting into any of that. But yeah, so then of course, yeah, and halftime show, I really honestly don't care about either one. Because you had some people that thought the alternative one was good. You had some people who thought the alternative one was bad. Some people thought the NFL one with Bunny in it was good. Some people thought Bunny was bad. And just, yeah, I just honestly didn't watch either. Because once again, it's a Super Bowl. It's about the game. That's why for the most part, I was watching Tom Grassi do his live stream thing, and he's just a breath of fresh air. He just really is, because I like his quips about the commercials. I think he does pretty good to not get political or try to preach and keep it light and keep it on football and talk about other things and engage with the chat, which is amazing, especially with how many people was in there. When you're talking thousands of people, it's like, yeah, how do you do it too? But yeah, it's not about either halftime show. It's about the Super Bowl. Was it a good game? Was it a bad game? How did it flow? Who won? How did both teams play? So yeah, but it's over. It's done, and the other thing, of course, that's interesting. That's interesting to see is ultimately, I don't think we're going to get any immediate resolution to see what's going on with the Rays, because of course the Rays are tentatively planning to move to Tampa, to the area that's HCC right now. Apparently, the campus is going to be somehow relocated. That's going to be a crap load of money. Going to be relocated. Who's going to pay for that? Got the Rays saying they'll pay for half. I guess that means Hillsborough County is on tap for the rest. And how much is this new stadium going to cost? 2.3 billion is the number they're tossing out there. But watching a video by Brody Brazil, who was bringing up the fact that he is comparing what the Rays want to build is something closer to maybe $5 billion. Little bit of a difference there. Little bit of a difference. So does everything all fall into place? Do the Rays stay in Tampa? Do they go to Orlando? Do they go somewhere else? Who knows? Who knows? Just with baseball, are we even going to have baseball? Right? You have all the lockout talk. You have the lockout talk as you just have the Dodgers doing their things because it's like like you're trying to get excited with baseball and just realize aren't the Dodgers going to win again with the all the money that they somehow have and are spending on a ridiculous amount of players that nobody else can really cope with. But yeah, so we'll have to see. Paying attention. Probably as a Tampa Bay fan, you want the Rays to stay here. I don't want to even think about traffic. You build a Rays stadium in that area. You don't want to think about the Sunday when you have Bucks, Bolts, and Rays. Bucks, Bolts, and Rays all in the same bunch of hours. That is going to be a freaking traffic nightmare. Because you know what it's like with the Rays, just when you have a high market team come to town, like the Yankees or the Red Sox, you know how long it takes to get out of those parking lots, or like the Bucks if you have like the Patriots come in, or the Giants, and you have New York or Boston fans invade, and traffic is a flipping nightmare. Just imagine when you have three teams playing in the same Sunday is going to be oi. But yeah, Super Bowl's done, but just wanted to toss out my general reaction to it as I think probably the sports shuffle with Ryan, unless just something amazing, holy crap, wow, happens. But oh yeah, and then the Olympics, it just the Vaughn thing is just because she was practicing or going without an ACL already, and then had an accident, crashed, had to be airlifted, had surgery, and just hope she's okay. Just yeah, probably that's one of those, maybe you shouldn't have done this at all. But yeah, but when you have stubborn folks and people just don't want to do things anyway, what are you going to do? But hopefully surgery is everything is okay, and her rehab is going to go fine. And yeah, that was just I saw the headline was like, ugh, yeah, and you just have to do a lot of cringing because you're like, yeah, man, you just. I think that's just we've all experienced pain in our lives, and you don't even want to think about how much pain that is. But final thought. Final thought is the meme I saw with the Fred ripping the head off the monster meme. It was Super Bowl 60 in the first one. Fred rips it off, and it's really Thursday night football. I'm like, so apt, so perfect, and so apt, and that easily represented that game because that game sure felt like a Thursday night football cluster. But anywho, that's it for me. Gonna sort of take take the week off just because. Yeah, it's been a long season, and it's just sort of time to sort of decompress and just sort of enjoy. Because as fun as it is to pick games and prognosticate, it's also fun to just kind of sit back and enjoy. So, hope you had a good Super Bowl party, even though it was sort of a super bust. But yeah, hey, as Bill Belichick would say, we're on to the off season. Take care. Go Lightning. Don't get hurt at the Olympics. Don't anybody else anymore get hurt. And we'll see you when the hockey season resumes at the end of this month. And pitchers and catchers reporting. So, boom shakalaka. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And always remember, yeah, it's sad there's no football, but hey, could be worse. Could be 2020. And I'm Joel Verone.